Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The topic of my lesson today is effective teams. Don't work alone. I'm going to introduce you the essential nature of an effective business reengineering team, the IS or IT role in business reengineering, and then we have 6 business reengineering team structures, and then we'll go closer look at 6 core group roles, and last is project team operational techniques. All effective business reengineering teams must possess the core competencies. We have 3 core competencies: ability to learn, political savvy, and committed persistence. So these competencies must exist and mature as the project moves from the vision that we have created earlier, and the design stages into the implementation phases. So without these competencies, even the most appropriately re-engineered business process will not survive. So we need these 3 core competencies. These 3 core competencies, the essential of an effective business re-engineering team, to help us to achieve the vision, mission of the organization. I would like to start by looking at the first core competency of an effective business reengineering team, that is ability to learn. This ability to learn is very critical. It is very crucial, very important to the nature of the business reengineering itself. It includes learning how to function as a team and execute a business reengineering methodology. We need, as a team member, we need to know our responsibility. We need to know what are we accountable for. All right. That is why in BPR itself, it provides the natural setting for learning, in which the members learn and teach one another. To gain that competencies, the learning competencies, the skill, the knowledge, the abilities, ability to listen carefully to others, ability to ask questions, to uncover, to solve the assumptions, the biases, the perspectives of the team members on the changes they want to make. All right. Because these biases, this perception, the perspective, will if we listen carefully to these things, it will help us to avoid from ignoring others' ideas and the perspectives. It will help us to avoid from creating the political roadblocks to the implementation of the business reengineering project. A new processes. And then through these learning competencies, ability to learn, we need to be able to let go of all proven practices and ideas. Right? So these all proven practices and ideas, it can block the re-emergence, the reappearance, the recreation of a good ideas that were stiffed in the past. So we need to be able to let go of these old practices and ideas, so that will come out with a new perspectives, a new solutions to the existing problems, to the current processes that we want to change. And we should be able to work in a systematic way. All right, the ability to gather and carefully analyze data, to develop and test alternatives. All right, ability for us to anticipate problems, to solve problems. So these are the ability to learn, that we need to have to be an effective business reengineering teams. Turning to the second core competency of an effective business reengineering team, that is political savvy. Okay, so as you know, business reengineering will bring change. It brings changes throughout the organization. The changes in terms of a new technology, the changes in terms of the leadership style, changes in the organizational culture, the mergers and acquisition. So through these changes, we as a team we will face the resistance from all levels of the organization. That is why we as a team members, we need to possess some skills and some knowledge to handle the resistance of the employees in the organization, right? We need to have the political smarts to manage the change from the project inception, from the project beginning, the beginning stage of the project through the implementation of the changes. All right, so we need, as a team members, we need to possess the skills and knowledge to create trusting relationships and alliances throughout the organizational hierarchy. We need to be able to create momentum, to create a positive climate for a change. It will help the executives, the managers, all right, to communicate the changes of the organization. All right, so this relationship building requires the ability to determine who needs to be brought into the fold. Okay, who will involve in the changes. All right, who needs to be approached one-on-one. All right, sometimes the employees in the organization, in order for us to bring changes to the organization, we need to approach the employees one-on-one, or we can approach them by group. Okay, it is depending on the attitude, on the behavior of the employees themselves. Okay, what sequence should be followed to talk with people so that no one will feel offended or bypassed. Right. The second skills and knowledge to possess is to keep from making unnecessary compromises in the re-engineering design and implementation plans. Right. Sometimes it is pressure to make and the quick fixes. Okay. Or sometimes there will be reluctance to make the capital and training investment. Okay, so the team members, they must operate from a position of strength and inclusion rather than of weakness and exclusion. So we need to be strong. Okay, we need to be enthusiastic about the changes. All right, and we need to include all members of the organization of the changes. All right, so the third skills and knowledge to possess is tell a story that captures the imagination. All right, we need to increase the awareness. We need to educate the people, the employees in the organization about the project. All right, so we need to repeat the changes, the stories, the messages over and over again, because they need to hear the message repeatedly before they begin to commit, before they begin to trust, before they begin to change. All right, so we need to deliver the message from time to time, over and over again, repeatedly to the people in the organization. And that is why, as a team members of the business reengineering, we must have the skills to sell, the skills to present, the skills to bring people to the changes. All right, to stimulate the curiosity and to confidently answer the questions that may arise about the business reengineering project. Now let's move on to the last core competency of an effective business reengineering team, that is committed persistence. So this is the third critical competency, the ability to maintain a committed persistence throughout the life of the project, from the beginning of the project through the implementation of the project. Okay, so normally a business reengineering implementation will take several years, several months to several years or longer. All right, and this might happen. The commitment of the employees might decreasing. The commitment of the team members of the leaders might be increasing because of this long duration of the implementation of the business reengineering. All right, they might be feel that feel reluctant to pay continual and absolute attention to the implementation details. They refuse to provide the follow-up, sometimes required to inspire people to action. There may be times when the team members are the only one who believe that the project can succeed, or who fully understand what must be done to make the project happen. Right, managers might resist. They might create roadblocks, ignore the need for their own and the training for their workers. Okay, that is why the team members or the project leaders, the top management in the organization, they need to develop strategies to overcome any possibilities of this lack of commitment from the team members or anyone involved in the organization. All right, to improve their confidence in their ability to deal with this re-engineering. Okay, we may, let's say, provide or explore the worst case scenario of any projects, right? So that they are aware of it. All right, we need to create, or we need to emphasize the vision, mission and goal of the organization from time to time. All right, or we need to prepare our the team members, the leaders, the employees in the organization of what needs to be done. All right, and then provide support in terms of the technological support, the management support, okay, or the emotional support of the employees, of the team members. Reward them, okay, reward them of their ideas, of their commitment and to the project, to the re-engineering changes, to these changes. Okay, so that are the three core competencies of an effective team of business re-engineering.